Welcome back as we talk about courage. And today, there is a very important lesson that we're going to learn today about courage. See, Moses and the Israelites had just entered the area where God had promised them. It was called the Promised Land. It was Canaan. And Moses had led the group up until this point. And he looked over the land and said, you know what would be a good idea? If we sent a few people in there to just spy out on the land and make sure that we know what we're getting into as we enter into the land. So Moses sent 12 people, 12 spies into the land. And so what I want you to do right now is to pause the video, read the story, and see how it played out, and see what the 12 spies saw and what they reported. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think about what the 12 spies did in the report back to Israel. All right, so pause the video now and press play when you're done. All right, so the 12 spies came back and they had the report. Here's the problem though. 10 of them were deathly afraid of what was going to happen in Canada. They were afraid of the people and they were afraid of everything that was happening in the area. But 2 of them stood up and said, no, we can take this land. We can do this. We can do it. And here's the thing that I want you to consider is that God had already promised Israel this land. And so if God was with them, God was going to enable them to take the land no matter how scary it would be. But the 10 were afraid. And because the 10 were afraid, it got everyone else afraid of entering the land as well. So what happened to those 10 as they entered into the promised land? The land that God had given them already? Hey, them and their families were not allowed to go into the promised land. But Joshua and Caleb and their families and all of the rest of Israel were able to go into the land. So I want to encourage you, our bottom line is for today, you can do what you should even when others are afraid. Hey, life is scary sometimes, and you're going to be afraid to do things, and other people are going to make you afraid to do things as well. But remember, with God on your side, you can do what you should even when other people are afraid. You can be strong and you can be courageous. This story in particular ties in perfectly with our memory verse for the month. Do you remember it? Joshua 1:9. Be strong and brave. Do not be afraid. Do not lose hope. I am the Lord your God. I am with you everywhere you go. God is with us everywhere we go. And we don't have to be afraid. We can be strong and brave. We can be courageous with God on our side. So I want to encourage you this week and every day forward to be strong and brave because you know that God is on your side. And even if other people are afraid, you can be strong and courageous. All right, everyone, well, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I can't wait to see you next time as we begin a whole new series on the story of the Bible. It's going to be fantastic, so I'll see you next week.